The crystalline chamber of the Galactic Council fell silent as Ambassador Kanat's lifeless body crumpled to the polished floor. The energy discharge from the Vorex executioner's weapon still crackled in the air, casting eerie shadows across the faces of the assembled alien delegates. What they had just witnessed would echo across the galaxy for generations to come, not because of the death itself, but because of what it would unleash. Councillor Thex of the Vrex Dominion straightened his serpentine form, his scaled hide gleaming under the chamber's bioluminescent lighting. "Let this serve as a message to all species who dare defy the Council's authority," he hissed, his forked tongue tasting the ozone-scented air. "Humanity's arrogance ends here." The other Council members, representatives from 12 of the galaxy's most powerful civilizations, nodded in solemn agreement. They had grown weary of humanity's rapid expansion, their technological innovations, and their stubborn refusal to accept their designated place as a junior species in the galactic hierarchy. None of them noticed the small recording device that had fallen from Kanat's diplomatic pouch, its red light still blinking steadily. 17 light-years away, on the orbital defense station Terra Prime, Captain Malice Chen received the encrypted transmission with trembling hands. She had known Kanat since their academy days. He had been brilliant, diplomatic, everything humanity needed in an envoy. Now his voice reached her across the void, a final message recorded moments before his execution. "Malice?" Kanat's holographic image flickered before her, his usually composed demeanor cracking with urgency. "If you're receiving this, then I'm already dead. The Council has made their choice. They see us as nothing more than upstart primitives who need to be put in our place. They don't understand what they've just done." Malice felt her throat tighten as she watched her old friend's final moments. "Tell Admiral Morrison to initiate annihilation protocol. They wanted to see what humanity is truly capable of. Now they will." The transmission ended, leaving Malice alone in the silence of her command center. Around her, the massive space station hummed with the energy of its defensive systems, railguns, particle beam arrays, and something far more dangerous. The prototype weapons that Earth scientists had developed in secret, hoping they would never need to use them. She activated her command console with a steady hand, despite the storm of emotions raging within her. "This is Captain Chen to Terra Prime Command. Authorization Chen Omega 779er. I'm implementing annihilation protocol on my authority as senior officer present." The response came within seconds. "Captain, are you certain?" "Once we transmit those codes to Earth." "Ambassador Kanat is dead," Mali said, her voice cutting through the communication channel like a blade. "Executed by the Galactic Council for the crime of being human. Send the codes." On Earth, the emergency session of the United Terran government lasted exactly 47 minutes. Admiral Sarah Morrison, Supreme Commander of Earth's Space Defense Force, stood before the assembled leaders with the weight of humanity's future on her shoulders. "Ladies and gentlemen," she began, her weathered face grim in the chamber's harsh lighting, "the Galactic Council has executed our envoy in what can only be described as a declaration of war against our species. They believe we are weak, that we will submit to their authority out of fear." She paused, letting the gravity of the moment settle. "They are about to learn why humanity conquered its own world, why we turned a hostile planet into our cradle, and why we spread to the stars despite every obstacle the universe threw at us." The vote was unanimous. Within hours, the annihilation protocol was in motion. Across human space, vessels that had been disguised as cargo ships, research stations, and mining platforms began powering up systems that defied conventional physics. Humanity's greatest secret, technology reverse-engineered from ancient artifacts found in the depths of Earth's oceans, came online for the first time. The galaxy was about to discover that humanity's rapid expansion hadn't been due to luck or conventional innovation. Earth's children carried within their ships the power to manipulate gravity itself, to fold space-time, and to harness the quantum foam that underlay reality. Captain Malice watched from Terra Prime's command deck as the first wave of the human fleet engaged the Vrex patrol squadrons near the Kepler Nexus. The alien ships moved with the graceful precision of a species that had ruled the stars for millennia, their energy weapons carving brilliant lines across the darkness. Then humanity's new weapons spoke. Reality twisted around the human vessels as they activated their gravity drives at combat power. Space itself became a weapon, crushing Vrex ships like insects caught in an invisible fist. The aliens' energy shields, designed to deflect particle beams and plasma, proved useless against the fundamental forces of the universe turned hostile. "Captain," her communications officer reported, voice tight with awe, "we're receiving surrender requests across 17 systems. The Galactic Council is requesting an immediate ceasefire." Malice thought of Kanat, of his diplomatic brilliance wasted on creatures too arrogant to recognize humanity's potential for both creation and destruction. She thought of every human colony that had been relocated by Council decree, every research station shut down for unauthorized experimentation, every time her species had been told to know their place. "Patch me through to the Galactic Council," she commanded. When the connection was established, Counselor Thex's terrified face appeared on her screen, his scaled hide now pale with fear. "On behalf of the Galactic Council, You executed our envoy," Malice interrupted, her voice carrying the cold authority of humanity's righteous fury. "You declared war on Earth. Now you face the consequences." She leaned forward, and in her eyes burned the fire that had driven humanity from caves to stars. "This is humanity's galaxy now. You just never realized it until today." The transmission ended, and across the galaxy the age of human dominance began, not through conquest, but through the terrible realization that sometimes the youngest species burns the brightest. And in the quantum depths of space, Kanat's sacrifice had given birth to humanity's true destiny among the stars.